Hi, I'm Dennis Hudson with OrangeQuant.com, and this video is just a little tutorial on msPaint and the use of msPaint to create synthetic trend lines. It is for those who have purchased the $14.95 little package on how to create synthetic trend lines, which are very powerful trading tools. So, if you were expecting to see the actual method of creating and generating synthetic trend lines, which take about, on any given chart, take about 3 or 4 minutes to do, you won't see that here. I'm just showing those folks who have it the basics of how to use msPaint. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the tools. This one right here, that's your rectangular selector. See, when I hold down the mouse and I drag, it creates a selection area. If I want to turn off the selection area, I can either click the tool again one time, or, let me put it back on here, I can click any tool over here, as a matter of fact, and that will turn off the selector. I can also, here it is again, click outside, anywhere outside the selection area, and that turns off the selector. Now, the selector can be used, first, before I do that, let me show you where the color bar is. It's down at the bottom there, see? But I don't have it in view. I just put it in view for a second. Okay, pardon me. The selector can be used to delete things, to copy things, to drag and move things. And I'm going to show you how some of that works right quick here, okay? Let's draw, you see I'm choosing the rectangle form, and the color black is what we have up. Let's make it fun and make it red. And let's change the size of the line that we're using to draw it and go back to, we got the rectangle now. Here we go, there's a box, pardon me. And now we take the selector, we can, oh, by the way, before we go any further, remember I mentioned these two, this is opaque, this is transparent. This has to do with when you're pasting something in. I'll show you that later. Alright, we have the selector chosen, and what we want to do now is I'm going to show you how to delete something with the selector. I just click down on my mouse and I drag and I select that area and I release it. And when my cursor is outside the selection area, you see what it looks like. But when it goes inside the selection area, you can see that it changes, and that lets you know you're inside it. Anyway, don't click any place, because remember, if you click any place, that turns off the selector. Now, I can drag this like that, and then I would click outside to leave it there. Or, let's put it back here where it was, so you see how this works. I can hit the delete key, and it's gone. And if I make a mistake, there's edit, undo for just about anything you want to do, okay? You can also use the selector to make a copy of something. Let's say we just want a copy of half of this, and you say edit, copy, and then you can say edit, paste, and there's your copy, which you can drag around. You see? Okay, I can drag it any place I want. I'm going to hit the delete key. Bang, it's gone. Okay, let's talk briefly about the fill tool or the paint can. And what I'm going to do here is fill that with a color. And I'm going to drag this up a little bit so you can see me change colors. Let's say blue, okay? And then I'm going to drag it back down to where we were. And click on the paint can. We now have blue color. Left click on it one time. It makes blue. If I wanted to turn that to white, I could either say edit, undo, but what I'm saying is, let's say I want to turn it not to white, but let's say I want to turn all that to yellow, okay? Then I have chosen yellow. I bring my paint can up there and I click it one time, and that turns it all to yellow. But what comes up in the synthetic trendline tutorial is getting rid of certain lines, and the way to do that is if you right click on the paint can, no matter what color you already have selected, it will turn it to white. The right click will turn it white, so here we go. There, that's white. And let's say that I had a line, let me get another color here just for illustration purposes. I have a line like that, and let's say I want to get rid of that line, and I would right click with the tip of the paint that's spilling out of the paint can. I put it right on that line, right click, and it's gone. Okay? Now I see no point in covering the paintbrush or the line tool. That's pretty clear. Well, okay, here you go. Paintbrush, you notice you can pick different sizes. There's one size. I go choose another size that's bigger. The line tool, you click it and then you hold it down and drag, and that'll draw your line. And I think the last little thing we want to cover is rotation. Let me get rid of all this. Edit, select all, and then I'm just going to hit the delete key. Bam, it's gone. Let's talk about rotation. Let's say I'll choose a circle, or I'll make an oval, sort of, to make the point. Okay, the way you do a rotation is you select the area, the object that you want to rotate, and then you say image, flip, rotate. It gives you some choices. Let's say we rotate it by angle, 90 degrees, okay, and you see it got rotated sideways. Okay, hit the delete key on that, and because I want to show you another kind of rotation. Let's say, let's do a figure of some sort. Okay, here's somebody with a, it's a robot, I guess, and you can see, I just want you to be able to see the different orientations, and you select that. And you say image, flip, rotate. Now notice how it looks now, and then we say we're going to flip it vertically. Chose vertical, and then I'll say OK, and it just flips it. Pardon me, vertically. Let's do that again. Let's say rotate by angle. You see the orientation now, and instead of 90 degrees, I want to get this where you can actually see. 90 degrees, let's say we rotate it 180 degrees, we hit OK, and it rotates that way. Let's do it with 270. Flip, rotate, rotate by angle, 270. Notice the position of it now, and we say OK, and there you go. One last thing, and that is measuring. Okay, let's say you want to measure the vertical distance between those two red dots. You set your cursor kind of so that it's right there, and then you so that the cursor is exactly level with that dot, and then you drag like this. You're using your selector to do it, and you drag down until that cursor is level with the other dot. And down in the lower right of your screen, which I'm about to show you, is where you will see the numbers, which are pixel measurements that tell you what the vertical distance is. If you were measuring the horizontal distance, you would start with your cursor like here, and you would go across and like that, and that would give you a number also. Okay, let me get down and show you what that looks like. Okay, first off, notice these numbers. See those numbers changing at the bottom of your screen? Okay, that's just telling you where your cursor is right now. But when you hold down, I've chosen the selector, and if I drag that, you see these other numbers start popping up. That's giving you the dimensions of that selected area that you're dragging, and it's those two numbers that you're interested in. The extreme right one is for vertical, and the one just to the left of it, showing 87 right now, is that's horizontal. And that's how you obtain measurements. Okay, thanks for joining us, and thanks for getting the Synthetic Trendline package. Is $14.95 at orangefont.com. And good luck trading, and we'll see you soon.